Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you people are doing well at your places. So today we are going to start the new topic of our Science Smart textbook. So open your books and open page number 112. So we are going to start the new topic. This is what is an electric circuit. So before doing the reading, kindly keep few points in your mind. First, write down the date and day on the top of the page, and then underline the important lines or the words that I will repeat twice, as we are practicing before as well. Electricity travels in a loop. Electricity travels in a loop. The pathway along which electricity flows is called a circuit. The pathway along which electricity flows is called a circuit. A simple circuit is made up of a battery, wires, and a bulb. Battery, wires, light bulb. When the circuit is fully connected, electricity flows through the wires like water flowing through a pipe. Let's take a closer look at the parts that make up a circuit. Connected, electricity, So I hope you people got the lines that you are supposed to underline or words. So electricity travels in a loop means electricity is supposed to move or travel in a round loop. The pathway along which electricity flows is a circuit, or is called a circuit. So pathway means there is always a pathway or a road for anything to move or to travel. So for electricity, that pathway is called a circuit. So there is a circuit for electricity to flow smoothly on a pathway. So this circuit is supposed to be a pathway for electricity to flow. A simple circuit is made up of a battery, wires, and a light bulb. So now on this page, in the picture as well, you can see there is a simple electric circuit given over here, and it consists of three parts. Number 1, battery. Number 2, wires. And number 3, light bulb. And when the circuit is fully connected, it means that when all these three things are connected to each other in a correct arrangement, then electricity flows through the wires like water flowing through a pipe. It's just an example giving over here, like water is flowing through the pipe smoothly. This is the same way that is given over here, that electricity is supposed to flow through the circuit like this. They have given you a whole circuit over here. Now furthermore, we will take a closer look at all the parts of this circuit individually. So firstly, we are going to start it with the first part, the important one without which it will not work, that is battery. So move to the next page, page number 113, and on this page again I will do the reading, and then you people will underline the lines or the words that I will repeat twice. Battery. A battery drives electricity round a circuit. It has a positive end and a negative end. If more than one battery is used in a circuit, the batteries have to be arranged correctly. Arranged. Batteries. Positive end. Negative end. The positive end of one battery must be connected to the negative end of another battery. The positive end of one battery must be connected to the negative end of another battery. Otherwise, electricity will not flow between the batteries. So underline these last three lines. These are very important one. So I'll explain it from the first line, battery, that what battery is. They have given you the picture over here, or you can take any kind of a battery at your home, cells. And look at the battery carefully. So battery derives electricity around a circuit. The battery is the reason that circuit is getting electricity. Battery is there. The battery is the main source of electricity in a circuit. It has a positive end. One side there is a plus sign, and on the other side there is a minus sign. So both these signs are showing two different ends. Plus with the positive end, minus with the negative end. So this is the battery, the structure of the battery. If more than one battery is used in a circuit, the batteries have to be arranged correctly. So now they are saying that in a circuit, once you are having, before that you have done with the single battery. Now you can see they have given you two batteries over here, and circuit will be completed with these two batteries if you will arrange them, or we will arrange them in a correct way. So what is the correct way to arrange the batteries? The positive end of one battery must be connected to the negative end of another battery. If you are arranging the batteries like this, that one end that is having positive end and it is connected to the negative end, then it will work. If you will connect both the same ends, like having both same charges, like one side is having positive end, the other battery that is connected to that positive end, that is also having the positive end to that side, it will not work. We have to adjust it like this, that the negative end of the battery is connected to the positive one, the opposite ends. If the opposite ends are connected to each other, then we can have the electricity in the circuit. So we need a complete correct arrangement of the batteries as well for a complete circuit. Now move to the next page, page number 114. Again, underline the lines, important lines that I will repeat twice, or the words. First, they have given you two pictures, a boy standing over here and a girl, and boy has arranged the batteries in a wrong way. Tom, you have put the batteries the wrong way round. Why is my torch not working? So this is the answer of that question that boy is asking to the girl. She has shown him that he has arranged the batteries in a wrong way. You can see in the picture as well. Both negative ends are connected to each other. So can we have the electricity while we are having two same ends connected to each other of the batteries, two batteries? No, we will not. The torch will not light up. There is no complete circuit over here of electricity. The correct one is when she arranged the batteries in a right way. How she did what? Now look at the ends of the batteries. One positive and the negative, both are connected to each other, and then the torch will work. The circuit is complete and torch is working. So this is the right way. So I hope you people get the idea correctly that how the batteries are supposed to work. Notice how the different ends of the batteries are put together. Yes, we can see the difference. So next we are going to start the next part of the circuit, that is wires. Wires are made of copper. Wires are made of copper. Wires are wrapped with a material that protects us from electric shocks. Wrapped, material, electric shocks, protects. So here they have given you a very good information about the wires. Firstly, what are wires? Wires are made of copper. Copper is a metal, and this is a very good conductor of electricity. Electricity can flow through the copper easily. And then they are giving you another information that these wires are wrapped with a material that protects us from electric shocks. You can see in the box here, girl is saying what to the boy? Be careful, touching a bare wire may give you an electric shock. So you cannot touch the bare wires, or you are not supposed to touch any kind of a bare wire. If you would touch any bare wire without having any protective layer on it, or not wrapped with the material that protects us, then you can have a very severe electric shock that would be very harmful for you. So these protective layers are there around these copper wires to protect us from electric shocks. So this is the way how electric circuit works. We will have another part of that circuit as well, that is light bulb. We will continue this in the next lesson, and just do the reading again by yourself. And I hope you people underline all the important lines and words that I repeated again or twice. And that's it for today. I hope you people got the idea. I have attached another video as well, in which I have shown you our circuit and how it works. That's it for today. Thank you so much.